And we do know that blood is not a clean liquid. It is full of debris. And the word debris, or waste products, in religious parlance, is sin. Do you understand that? So, since all our blood, every one of us, has debris in it, therefore, we are all, as the religious people say, sinners. And how true that is. If we look at it from a standpoint that I've just explained it to you. And we have to keep looking at it that way, that we must become cleansed. Now the blood has a pH, meaning a scale. And if it were balanced, it would be 7, period. But it is 7.07 or something of that sort. Meaning the scales are not even. And this, again, is innate. Innate since it functions the way it does, can be considered the evil spirit. But if we read Genesis 6:3, it said, and the Lord was somewhat angry with the people, so he took the spirit away from them. But if we go into Genesis before that, Adam and Eve were thrown out of the Garden of Eden because they may touch the tree of life and have eternity as we have. So it is said in many different ways. So where does this tree of life belong in us? But before we can have the tree of life, it must be cleansed. And that is, without the life, the spinal column. Spinal column. Now what happens in this spinal column? Since innate is in charge, and since an innate has heat, the spinal column starts to crumble. And if you had x-rays taken of your spinal column, you will notice that the bodies or the vertebrae are sometimes wedge-shaped, and those pieces in between the two vertebrae are wedge-shaped. And only heat can bring it to this shape. Now we as chiropractors use the spinal column to cleanse it, to clean it, because within that column now there is much debris. And every time we get in there and serve that debris with the servant, which causes a vibration, takes that waste matter, crumbles it up, so it becomes fine, so the bloodstream and the lymphatic system can pull it out. And sometimes, for the first time, when we take adjustments, we recognize that we feel tired